Hello friends, today is Tuesday, so that means it is time for a tiny tidy Tuesday. I am continuing on with my one cabinet at a time series, and today I am going to be cleaning in a corner cabinet. It does not have a lot in the cabinet, but I am going to take everything out, wipe some things down, maybe rearrange just a little bit, and I hope that this video motivates and inspires you to do something in your home today. I want to thank the beautiful, talented Sunday Dawn for putting today's Tiny Tidy playlist together. Her channel name is The Helpful Home, and I will link her channel in my description box below, along with today's Tiny Tidy playlist. So, and I have great news to share. I finally got to get my extensions taken out. So after 4 long years, well, 4.5 long years of hair loss, wigs, halos, extensions, my hair is at a length, now it's curled so it's a little shorter, but it is at a length that I no longer require extensions. So I am super excited. Everything feels so light and airy, and it's just an exciting time because I worked so hard to get my hair back. Now I just need a little bit more length on it, and then I am back where I started before I got sick. Okay, let's get to the kitchen cabinet.
Every step forward is another add-on. Through every break and fall, we need to stay strong. And as time goes by, we get settled in our ways. No matter how hard we try, the feeling stays. You get right through my
Okay, so let's look through all of the things that I store in that corner cabinet, which is honestly not a lot, which is always a good thing because that means there's room to get more things if I want, right? Or I can just leave it. I do have this cake stand. I use it maybe once a year, but I do use it. So I am going to hold on to this. As long as I have room to store it in there, I'm going to keep it. If I needed to free up some space, this would be one of the first things to go. I have all of my wedding china. I think I've shared this before, but it's worth sharing again. To store my china, I use little paper plates in between the saucers and smaller plates. And then I use larger paper plates in between the dinner plates. This keeps it from scratching together and helps to protect my china, and it's saved me several times, literally, whenever I've gotten them out of cabinets and they kind of bump together, but they hit that paper instead of hitting each other. And for the cups, a coffee filter. So I just take a coffee filter, I put it in one of the cups, and I just stack 2 together like this. It helps to store it, and it keeps these from getting chipped. So I did want to share that tip again. If you need some help storing your fine china, if you have it, I know a lot of people are not doing that anymore, which is probably a good idea. Although I am trying to get mine out and use it more, just because we have it, so why not use it? I have this bowl. This bowl is kind of like my salad bowl that I use to put the extra lettuce that I'm not going to use and that kind of thing. So I need to actually relocate this bowl to my chopping prep cabinet that is right here where I am standing. So this one is going to be relocated. So for now, I'm going to put that out of the way. This bowl goes with my china. I have this crystal bowl that I sometimes use for entertaining. And this is a silver platter. Does said silver platter need to be polished? Yes, maybe I will do that in another tiny tidy, but as for now, I'm just going to store it back as is. I think I might place some things a little bit differently. I am not crazy about having this on the very top because it is hard to get to. So I think I will move it to a lower cabinet and maybe put some of the things like this silver serving platter that I rarely use up at the very top. So let's wipe down the cabinets, and I'm only going to replace a couple of these, especially with my china. I felt like it was tugging to pull it down. So I'm going to throw away a couple of these and then put a couple of these back. So let's wipe down everything inside the cabinet and put everything back. Before I get busy wiping those cabinets down, I had a change of heart and I put the cake platter up here because I think that's a better place for it since I rarely use it. And if you watched last week's video, I did this cabinet in last week's video.
Like raindrops on the field, you pour down the dry cracks, and the earth comes alive. Wherever there's love, there's bound to be strain. We push on through the rain. I know that things must change. I want to live again. I want to live again.
Because today is a very simple, tiny tidy, I did want to take just a moment and talk to you guys about how I am navigating through my PTSD this time of year. In 2020, I was in the hospital, actually, as you know, I went into the hospital at the end of April, and I spent from the end of April 2020 all the way until the very last day of June 2020 in the hospital. And I had to learn to do all the things over again. I had to learn to talk, walk, do all the things. And it was a very traumatic experience in my life, especially during that time. Visitors were not allowed in the hospital. So I was trying to navigate this hospital stay, which was completely new to me, all alone. And it gave me a lot of PTSD. And this year I am trying really hard to tiny tidy my way through PTSD. So that's why I thought I would talk about it as I'm doing a tiny tidy. What that means is I'm just trying to keep myself busy and do a lot of tiny tidies throughout the day. I'm not taking on big projects. I'm just taking on small little manageable things, kind of like I am doing with this tiny tidy series where I'm doing one cabinet at a time or one drawer in my kitchen at a time so I don't become overwhelmed. And I do not want to overwhelm myself during this time, but I do feel like it is important to keep busy. I'm not sure if you are familiar with PTSD or not, but sometimes I will have flashbacks of some of the things that happened in the hospital. And there are times this time of year that I mourn the life that I had before going into the hospital with the virus and getting sick. And it is easy to want to just curl up with a blanket in the bed and sleep this time away. But I'm trying really hard to, like I said, just do small, manageable tasks and just work through the PTSD. When something arises, I deal with it at that time. I do have lots of panic attacks this time of year. When I have a panic attack, I want to be able to stop what I'm doing and recover from that panic attack and then be able to pick up again, which is why I'm not starting big, huge projects. Also, sometimes this time of year, my videos become kind of non-existent because I'm just coping with life. So that's why, I did good last week. I got out Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday, but sometimes that just doesn't happen because I am busy working on myself physically and mentally as well. So I just want to encourage anyone who is watching who has ever been through any type of trauma. I just want to encourage you and to know that I am here for you in any way that you need help. And I just send out all of my love to all of you, anybody who has experienced trauma, depression, anxiety, all of those things. And we can work through this together, whether it's by doing a tiny tidy or by just sitting and chatting. But I know you guys are out there, and I just want to tell you guys that I really do truly care about you, and I understand what you're going through, and I am sending all of my best wishes.
So throw it all at me. Spark hit the golden child. We both know who is right. Through the screaming and the wild, through all the tears and all the pain, the late night deliberations, you know I'd do it all again.
So I just want to show you guys what it looks like after the top shelf is empty. I have the silver serving tray on the next shelf. Then I have all of my china here. I love it because it is easily accessible. I do not have to worry about breaking it when I take a plate down. And then on this bottom, I just have this bowl. I might end up adding to this later, I'm not sure. But I made the executive decision not to put any of the shelf paper back in. Okay, we talked hair, we talked PTSD. Now we're gonna talk shelf paper, shelf liner. I previously did not use any kind of shelf paper or shelf liner, and I thought that I would try it in our new cabinets, but for the most part, I don't like this. I like it for my glasses, but for like plates and that kind of thing, when you go to take it out, it pulls this with it. So I'm just decluttering this. So that's 4 things that I guess you could consider me decluttering. I tried it, it just did not work for me, and it was really hard to get it cut to fit in those corner spots. But it's just, for whatever reason, it's just not working for me. And also, my washing machine is going crazy right now. But I do want to thank you so much for watching today's video. It was short and sweet, and I really feel like I am embracing this new minimal me. I decluttered so much when we renovated, and I love having less stuff. So I hope that you found this video somewhat motivating and inspiring. Whatever cleaning, tidying, decluttering journey you might be on, do not forget to check out Sunday Dawn's channel, The Helpful Home, located in my description box below, along with today's Tiny Tidy playlist for more tiny tidying motivation. I will see you guys on Thursday, and remember, take time to live, laugh, and love today. I love you guys. Bye-bye.
Yeah, I do it all again. You get right through my sheet.